My brother sold our childhood home before our mother was even buried. He thought the secret safe was empty, but he forgot one tiny detail. The dirt on my mother's grave wasn't even settled when I saw the sold sign hammered into the front lawn of our childhood home. My brother, Leo, didn't even wait for the funeral reception to end before he started handing over the keys to a developer. He stood there, adjusting his expensive tie, looking at our family home like it was nothing more than a pile of bricks and a fat paycheck. "It's just real estate, Sarah," he whispered when I confronted him. "Mom is gone. The house is old. I already signed the papers. Most of the furniture is going to the local thrift shop tomorrow." I felt a cold shiver run down my spine. Leo had always been greedy, but this was a new low. He knew Mom had a secret floor safe in the master bedroom, hidden under a heavy Victorian wardrobe. For years, he'd watched her tuck away small envelopes, convinced she was hoarding a secret fortune in jewelry or cash. That evening, I caught him in the empty house, sweating as he used a crowbar to pry up the floorboards. He finally got the safe open, but his face fell. He reached inside and pulled out a single, dusty manila envelope. He ripped it open, searching for diamonds or high-value bonds, but only found a stack of old, yellowed letters and a small USB drive. "Useless junk," he yelled, tossing the envelope onto the dusty floor. "She spent 50 years protecting a bunch of old paper. I'm glad I sold this dump. At least the land value is worth something." He walked out, leaving the safe wide open and the front door unlocked, heading to his luxury apartment to celebrate his new wealth. But Leo forgot one tiny detail. He forgot that Mom worked as a senior auditor for the city's land registry for 30 years. I knelt by the safe and picked up the USB drive he had discarded. When I plugged it into my laptop, I didn't find a will or a bank account. Instead, I found the original deeds and land surveys for the entire block. Mom had discovered decades ago that our house was built on a massive clerical error. The property line didn't end at our fence. It actually included the 3 acres of the private park behind us, land the city had been using illegally for years. More importantly, the sold papers Leo signed were for the house address only. By selling the house so fast without a proper title search, he had legally severed the house from the actual land rights. Because I was the only one named as the executor of her residuary estate, a term Leo thought meant leftover trash. The rights to those 3 acres of prime city land belonged entirely to me. The developer called Leo the next morning, screaming. They couldn't start construction because they realized they bought a house with no yard, surrounded by land owned by a very angry sister. Leo's big payday vanished into legal fees overnight. He thought he was emptying a safe, but he actually handed me the keys to his downfall.